Hello, South Korea. This is Seoul, the capital city of South Korea. Here stands a beautiful landmark. 안녕하세요. I'm Gulö, and this is the history of the Gyeongbokgung Palace. It's the year 1395. This is King Taejo. He was the first king of the Joseon Dynasty who defeated the Gulö dynasty. His real name was Yi Seongge, and he used to be a strong general before becoming king. He was married to Queen Sinui and had a big family with more than 25 children. King Taejo wanted a symbol for his new kingdom. He chose a site in northern Seoul and named it Gyeongbokgung, meaning place greatly blessed by heaven. And then construction began in 1392 and was finished in just 3 years in 1935. The place was designed to follow the idea of Juri, Korean's version of Chinese Feng Shui. Its layout follows a traditional East Asian pattern with a focus on symmetry, balance, and alignment with nature. Bukhansan Mountain in the back and a river in the front. It was strategically built to symbolize the new dynasty's power and to be the heart of the kingdom. Do you ever wonder what it was like to live in the place? Gyeongbokgung housed the king, the queen, concubines, scholars, and even tiger hunting bodyguards. The king ruled from Geunjeongjeon Throne Hall and is still standing today with twin dragons painted above the throne, watching over the monarch. Meals were crafted like art. The royal kitchen, Sojubang, served over 12 dishes in one meal. Wow! And guess what? They even brewed their own soisa. Music was played by royal musicians, and the court had its own fashion trends called the Hanbok, as you see in K-dramas that came from here. Inside the place, many women worked behind the scenes. They were called gungyo or court ladies. Some clean, some cook, and others help the queen or king with daily life. Gyeongbokgung is protected by several gates. The most famous is the Gwanghwamun Gate, which serves as the main entrance to the place. This gate symbolizes royal authority and was often used for state affairs, with officials and ambassadors passing through its towering structure. Another significant gate is the Hangnamun Gate, which was the secret gate of the place reserved for high-ranking officials. And then there is the Yeongchumun Gate, which served as the entrance to the living quarters of the king and queen. Gyeongbokgung also holds a tragic love story. This is King Yeongjo. He is one of the most respected monarchs of the Joseon Dynasty, and then he married Queen Jongsu in 1720. They married not for love, but for political reasons. However, over time, they started by caring for each other and then slowly fell in love. Unfortunately, in 1760, Queen Jongsun died, and King Yeongjo was truly heartbroken. He was so sad that he built special places in Gyeongbokgung Palace to remember her. King Yeongjo felt sorry about how their early years of marriage went. To show his love for Queen Jongsun, he often visited her royal tomb. Their sad love story reminds us that even in royal places, love and loss still touch the people who live there. glory doesn't last forever. In 1592, Japan invaded Korea. Their leader, Toyomi Hideyoshi, wanted to take over China, but he needed to pass through Korea. So Japan sent over 150,000 soldiers to Korea. They moved fast. In just 20 days, they took the capital Hanseyo. Now we call it Seoul. So how about the king? King Seonjo ran away. He escaped to the north, and it made many people angry. They wanted their king to stay and fight, but he left. Fortunately, not everyone ran. One man stayed and fought. Meet Admiral Yi Sun-sin. He built something unique, the turtle ship. It had armor, cannons, and spikes on the roof. This ship helped Korea win big battles at sea. He stopped Japanese ships from bringing more soldiers and supplies. Even when things looked hopeless, Admiral Yi never gave up. Thanks to him, Korea won. In 1598, after 6 years of war, the Japanese finally left. Korea was free, but everything was broken. King Seonjo came back to the capital, but people still didn't trust him. He died in 1608, feeling defeated. And then his son King Gyeongbokgung became king. He tried to fix everything. He worked on peace and rebuilding Korea, but it was a difficult time. There were too many problems, and in the end, he was kicked out of power. Now, fast forward to over 270 years, the place was still in ruins. Until a new king came, King Gojong. His father, Heungseon Daewongun, wants to bring back Korean pride. So in 1865, they decided to rebuild Gyeongbokgung Palace. 2 years later, in 1867, Gyeongbokgung looked glorious again. New buildings, fresh paint, it was like a royal comeback. In 1885, King Gojong moved to Gyeongbokgung. He lived here with his wife Queen Min. They wanted to modernize Korea, add electricity, telephones, even a new hospital. But not everyone liked change. In the late 1800s, Japan and China were fighting over who would control Korea. Tensions grew, and in 1895, something terrible happened. Japanese agents entered the Gyeongbokgung and then killed Queen Min. Fearing for his life, King Gojong ran away. He escaped to the Russian embassy just down the road. He never lived in Gyeongbokgung again. In 1910, Japan took over Korea completely. This time not with war, but with colonization. The Japanese government destroyed over 90% of Gyeongbokgung. Hundreds of buildings were torn down. They even built a massive office, the Government General Building, right in front of the Throne Hall. Why? To block the view of Korea's royal heart and to say, "We're in charge now." For decades, the place was silent, broken, forgotten. But in 1945, World War II ended and Korea was free again. People slowly started to remember the place. By 1990s, there were no kings anymore. The Joseon Dynasty was long gone. The South Korean government took action. They removed the Japanese building and started to restore Gyeongbokgung. Not for kings, but for the people. Craftspeople, historians, and artists worked for decades to restore what was lost. Piece by piece, building by building, the Gyeongbokgung place came back to life. Koreans never gave up on their place. And today, Gyeongbokgung is live again. Over 5 million people from all around the world walk through history, dress in Hanbok, and witness royal guard ceremonies in the Gyeongbokgung Palace. Gyeongbokgung is also home to the National Palace Museum of Korea and the National Folk Museum of Korea, both offering extensive exhibits on Korean history and culture. From historical dramas like Kingdom and Mr. Shanshan to BTS photoshoots, Gyeongbokgung continues to inspire. It's not just stone and wood, it's the living heart of Korean identity. When you walk here, you walk through pain, pride, and passion. This place is more than history, it's our soul in Seoul. I'm Gulö. See you in the next video. Thank you. Kamsahamnida.